Venom isn't always injected. Sometimes it's spoken. Sometimes it's silence. Sometimes it's charm. A venomous woman doesn't have to shout. She doesn't even need to fight. Her power lies in the subtle. The pause before she speaks. The look that says she knows more than you think. Her poison isn't physical. It's psychological. It gets under your skin, rearranges your emotions until you can't tell if she's saving you or destroying you. And maybe that's the point. She does both. Let's get real. A dangerous woman doesn't wake up one day and decide, I'll ruin lives. No, she becomes that way through pain. Pain becomes her armor. Manipulation becomes her defense. Control becomes her comfort. Maybe once she trusted too easily, gave too much, loved too hard, and the world punished her for it. So she learned. She studied people the way others study languages. And now, she speaks the language of control fluently. To her, relationships are not about love or hate. They're about balance. And when she feels it slipping, she poisons the air, just enough to regain power. Now, here's the paradox. Her venom is also her freedom. Think about it. Society loves soft women, forgiving, smiling, harmless. But a venomous woman refuses to be harmless. She refuses to let anyone write her story. So she turns her trauma into a weapon. She hides intelligence behind sweetness. She turns pain into beauty, and beauty into power. Philosophically, she's the shadow of the goddess archetype, the side that loves, destroys, heals, and burns all at once. She's the reminder that even angels have dark wings. Her venom isn't evil. It's balance. It's survival. It's the cost of existing in a world that punishes softness. Let's be honest. You're not just afraid of her. You're drawn to her. There's something intoxicating about danger wrapped in elegance. You tell yourself you'll stay detached, that you'll recognize the signs. But then she looks at you, really looks, and suddenly your logic melts. Why? Because she reflects something you secretly wish you had. Freedom without fear. She says what you're too scared to say. She acts on impulses you bury deep. She doesn't apologize for being complex or difficult or dark. And deep down, that fascinates you. You call her toxic because you can't control her. But maybe what you really fear is losing control of yourself around her. Now, don't think her danger is always visible. Sometimes, she hides behind sweetness, kindness, or even victimhood. That's the genius of her venom. It's invisible until it's too late. She knows exactly when to be vulnerable, when to cry, when to disappear. Her emotions are chess pieces, not accidents. Every move has a reason, but that doesn't mean she's heartless. On the contrary, she feels everything. That's why she learned to weaponize it. Because feeling too deeply in this world is dangerous. And she decided to be more dangerous than her pain. You might wonder, what happens to those who get close? They fall. Not because they're weak, but because she makes them feel alive. She gives chaos a rhythm, danger a beauty, destruction a purpose. For a while, you'll think she's your muse. Then one day, you'll wake up and realize she was your mirror. She didn't break you. She showed you who you truly were beneath the mask. Some men hate her for that. Others never recover. But a few, the rare few, understand her. They don't try to change her. They just see her. And to be seen, truly seen, is the only cure for her venom. Let's take a step back. Why do we even call her venomous? Because she breaks the rules. Because she refuses to play the roles written for her. Because she challenges the fragile idea that power belongs only to men, or to calm, obedient women. But here's the secret. Her venom is just truth in concentrated form. She doesn't make people weak. She exposes weakness that was already there. She doesn't destroy. She reveals what was fake. Philosophically, she's the chaos before rebirth, the serpent that guards wisdom, the archetype of transformation. So maybe she's not venomous after all. Maybe she's just honest. And honesty, in a world built on illusion, feels like poison. Now tell me, have you met her? Maybe you've loved her. Maybe you've been her. Because every person carries a drop of that venom inside. The potential to defend, to manipulate, to survive. When pushed too far, when betrayed too deeply, anyone can turn venomous. The difference is, she doesn't hide it. She wears her darkness like perfume. And maybe that's why we fear her. because she reminds us of the truth we bury, that purity without shadow doesn't exist. So, what's the cure for a venomous woman? There isn't one. You don't cure fire. You respect it. The cure is awareness. To see her clearly, without judgment, without fantasy. To understand that her venom only kills illusions, not souls. If you meet her with honesty, she softens. If you play games, she devours you. That's her rule. That's her nature. So, next time someone calls a woman toxic, pause. Ask yourself, is she really poisonous or just powerful? Because sometimes, venom is the only way to survive a world that keeps biting first. And maybe, just maybe, the venomous woman isn't your enemy. Maybe she's the part of yourself that's finally done pretending to be harmless.